Hello! After a really long time of just disappearing, I am finally back. I think. I'm not sure yet, but the end is in sight. I have been working so much on my thesis. I have literally neglected everything else that was not my thesis. Like, my apartment is dusty, crusty. I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't seen any friends in like weeks at this point. I don't know. I've left the house maybe 3 times in the last, I don't know, month. And today I went out after probably a week of not having left my house, and I realized the weather was really nice. And I was so happy that spring's finally coming and that I can now finish this thesis and enjoy spring. But yeah, I figured I would just take you along on this very last step of my degree. I'm just a few days out from handing in my thesis. Actually, let me just show you the current progress. As you can see, I made it to 37 pages and roughly 15k words, and in the background you have my very beautiful dusty crusty disk that I will definitely clean once I'm done with all of this. But honestly, writing this much on one topic felt like a lot, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna hit the word count goal, but I somehow made it. And you can see I'm still not done, but I will continue working hard over the next couple days and finally be done with this. No more big yellow parts except the very end. A lunch break time, and we're having cup noodles. In very typical student fashion. Actually, I haven't even eaten that many cup noodles. Like, I've not been living off of them, which I definitely thought I would, but surprisingly, I am somehow managing. Anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about. So, over the last couple of weeks, I have obviously been daydreaming of the day that I finally hand in my thesis and I'm just free. Because right now, my days are extremely structured in that I wake up, I sit down on my desk, and I work on my thesis, and then I procrastinate because I'm just so mentally drained, and then I go back to writing, and then I sleep. There's not much more happening in my life right now. But once I hand in my thesis, I will obviously have so much more time again, and so I've been thinking about what I wanted to do. Obviously, I'll also be returning to language learning, and one of the languages I will be learning is Korean. And I'll be using the Migaku course to get the grammar and the vocabulary that I need to get started. But I also realized that my university offers Korean classes, and I don't know, I just like the classroom environment, I guess. I like being surrounded by other learners, and I like the offline language learning community a lot. It's very interesting and very grounding to see people that are also language learning but are not part of like immersion and input-based communities, which, I don't know, it's just always very eye-opening, and the realization that it really is still pretty niche to be doing what we're doing. So to just get that input from other people that are not part of this community is, I don't know, I just find it fascinating, I guess. So anyway, all that to say, I was thinking about taking Korean classes, not because I think they're an amazing tool to teach a language, even though I do think that they're really good at giving directions and guidance, but I just like the environment. The course spots are pretty limited, and I have to do like a placement test or something so they can put me into the right level, which I already know it's going to be like the earliest beginner class they have, because even though I have learned Korean like 2 years ago at this point, I can't remember, but I've forgotten a lot. I can still read it, and I can recognize the words, but I don't know what they mean. So that's about where we're currently at. But yeah, let's see what this placement test is all about. Quick overview for my lunch again. Yum 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 cup noodles, and then to pretend to be healthy, we have a kiwi and some cut up tomatoes. Okay, so I have to do some kind of online test, and then I also have to do an audio recording, which is not sure what I would be recording, but I guess we'll see. We're using my trusty other laptop because the other one is not so trusty, but let's do it. Man, this test is actually really hard. I have no idea for most of these answers. Like this, for example, which of these final verb endings is not correct? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, for someone who knows Korean, it's probably really easy, but if you don't know Korean, yeah, I have no idea. Where this says, choose the correct words below and put them in the right order. I'm like, girl, I don't even know what the words mean. I can't put them in the right order. 도서관에서 수연자. Ah, okay, wait. I got this one. someone는 도서관에서 공부를 했어요. I got that one. That one I got. I think. That'd be really awkward if I didn't. Wow, they just slapped a whole. Look at this. What? You think I can read this? That's insane. 인티시는 월요일에 수영해요? What am I reading? Listen, help. Don't know numbers in Korean. Don't know count words in Korean. Can't describe shit in Korean. Nope, don't. Okay. I guess that's the test. So I was able to answer 21 of the 35 questions, which all things considered is not too bad, I guess. But there were a lot of questions where I don't even remember having learned that grammar before. Because, I mean, I didn't really get far when I learned Korean previously. But this was a hard test, I feel like. I don't know. And now on to the speaking section, which is probably going to be even more cringe, but whatever. Okay, it seems like for the next part, I'm supposed to read these questions and then answer them in Korean. But I don't speak any Korean. How am I supposed to answer them in Korean? Like, the extent of my Korean is literally reached at 저는 M이에요. But, yeah, I don't know, this feels like a really difficult placement test for trying to place people into A1 and A12, A11 and A12. Maybe that's just me. Maybe A12 people actually are cracked. 저는 M이에요. 일본 학교에 가요. 저는 아파트에서 샀어요. Anyways, I guess we can then use this clip in like half a year to compare if I've made any progress, because this is very clearly very pathetic. But what do you expect? I haven't been learning Korean in a long time, okay? And that wraps another day of me making progress towards finally finishing my thesis. And I honestly can't believe I've made it to this point, but I somehow did. And I'm pretty exhausted. I'm also very tired because it's late and my sleep's really bad. But I'm also just like drained. Like I'm excited obviously to be done. But at the same time I'm like, right now I don't really feel it. I'm sure it will hit me, but I don't feel it right now. But I know I just gotta stick through it for a little longer, a few more days. It's literally this much left, okay? And I don't think I would have ever gotten to this point without the support of my husband, who has been very patient with me over the last couple weeks, because it is just incredibly draining when something takes over your entire life and it's all you can think about and all you worry about at any given point in time. And he's just been there through all of it, from the very beginning of this degree, all throughout everything, the courses, the up and downs, the exams, and now the thesis. And I'm just so incredibly grateful for that. I don't even have the words to describe it, but incredible. Okay, hopefully last day of working on this thesis. All that's left to do is get rid of all the green parts, which are just like quotes and sources. Then I have to add them to the very end to the literature, whatever it's called, to rewrite this final part a little bit, add some things, and then we're pretty much ready to go. Oh my god, that is crazy! I am so excited to have gotten to this point. We're literally so close. It's just one more day of work, okay? There are limits to its acceptability, applicability, if not tested against a sufficiently large amount of data from real language. I don't even like energy drinks, but I'm so gonna get this thing done today. Oh my god. Okay, after a nice little nap, I'm now back, ready to tackle the last few things, and then we're gonna send it off. Right now, all I have to do is go through some more of the code, make sure that looks right and works. Then we're gonna do another round of proofreading, and then we should be good to go. The last 24 hours have honestly been kind of crazy, but oh my god, I'm so close to being done. I'm so excited. And I'm so ready. And there goes another day. I don't know where all my day went. Time literally flew by. And I was working on this code for way longer than I thought I would. But it is done now. I just need to upload it and then put the link in my thesis. And then sign the thing at the end that says that I did it all by myself and didn't cheat and blah blah blah. And then we're done. And we can send it off. Is that crazy or what? I don't know. I still haven't realized that. I'm literally about to be done. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and that's just that. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I don't even know what to feel right now. Like I've had my cry, and now I'm just like, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it, I guess. For the rest of the evening, I don't really even know what I want to do. I mean, I can literally do whatever now. It doesn't matter. Just anything. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be back tomorrow and share with you what the next couple, I don't know, like weeks and months are gonna look like. But yeah, it's just what? I don't know. I need some time. See you tomorrow. And next morning, I did definitely not get enough sleep. I was also still super on edge all morning because I was waiting for the official approval. But guess what? There's just no end to this freaking master's saga. I just got an email saying, everything's fine, you send it in on time, blah, blah, blah. But your supervisor, your secondary supervisor, might not be eligible to supervise a master's thesis. What do you mean? You didn't realize that the last 2.5 months when I was sending emails back and forth, when I sent in like the registration, you didn't notice that? We specifically sent in a paper requesting the supervisor because my master's thesis is like pretty focused on Japanese linguistics, and so I figured, it would make sense to have someone supervise it that knows Japanese. I don't understand why there's always issues with this master's thesis. The whole process from the very beginning to now. I sent it in yesterday evening. I was happy. I was like, my God, I'm finally done. And now this. Oh my God, like just get me out. Okay, new day, issue solved. I got 3 good news. The first one is that they did manage to figure out what the issue was with my second supervisor. The issue was that there was no issue. There was just a lot of miscommunication, which I'm not surprised by anymore at this point, but whatever. The second good news is that the research project that I worked on a while ago, I think I mentioned it probably in one of my last vlogs, I got the results back. I got a really good grade, which I'm so happy about because that kind of gives me a little more confidence that my master's thesis will also turn out pretty good. And then the final thing is that I already got the results back for the placement test for the Korean class. I got placed into the A1, A2 class, which is like the level 2 class essentially. I'm surprised because I know like 20 Korean words at the moment, and a lot of it was just like random guessing and remembering old grammar patterns somehow. But I don't think I'll be taking that class. And the reason for that is that it goes from mid-April to all the way through essentially July, which is a long time. And don't get me wrong, I think taking a class would be super fun. It's just that I am still planning to go to Japan at some point. And I don't really know when that's gonna be. Because if you ask me right now, I'm very content with how things are, with my apartment, with like my part-time job. Everything's going so well. And while I was writing my thesis, I had this super rigid routine, right? Just super stable. I knew exactly what I was doing at what point during my day. And I really liked that. I didn't like what I was doing, but I liked the structure that I had. And obviously once I go to Japan, that will all be gone. Like I'll have to find a new apartment or like a place to stay. I'll have to find a new job, or like an additional job to pay for my expenses. And so I'm like, right now I really don't feel like going anymore. But I know that future me, like in a year from now, me will definitely regret not going. So I just feel like I have to find a point in time where I get tired of my like current routine and like my current life in Germany, I guess, to start planning for Japan, if that makes sense. I mean, for now, I'm gonna stay here anyways for like at least until May, because my husband is coming to visit and we're going to the polyglot gathering together, which I'm really looking forward to. I had such a great time there last year, and I'm still looking forward to meeting the people that I met last year, but also meeting new people. So that's what's gonna happen in my near future, basically. I'm just gonna chill at home, do not much other than learn languages, do my job, and enjoy life for a little bit. And then during that time, I will think about what's going to happen after that. And when the time comes, I will let you know. My next video is going to be a bit about my language levels and language plans and language goals and what I did for the last quarter, which is obviously not a lot, but I still did some stuff, okay? So stay tuned for that. And with that, I think this vlog is coming to an end. End of an era, basically. Wow. And you're here for it. See you in the next video.